I have always wanted to do laser engraving, so I got this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I am excited to try this out. You might be able to see it says laser, and look at this. This is a laser engraver, and I've been looking at a bunch of them for a number of years. They have some of these small ones that kind of stand on a tripod and engrave small things. The resolution looks okay. This one seemed like this could actually really do some engraving in a big format, but also on bigger items, and so I am super stoked about trying this sucker out. I want to just unbox this with you here with something like this. If it works pretty well, you could even start an Etsy business, really. So looks like we get user manual here, QR codes if you need those, they're right there, and I'm going to have to download those because I have never had anything like this before, and I'll tell you what, it is slightly intimidating. There is a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so I've got everything unboxed here. It comes with a pair of glasses here. You'll want to make sure that you're not looking directly at the laser. We actually have 3 different lasers here. I believe this one is the most powerful of them. So if you're going to really etch something, hard, like a metal, I think that's the one you want. This one has a little cone on it. This one, I think, is the one I am going to want to use because I'm going to kind of start with some soft stuff and leather, and there is a little guard here that will clip onto the bottom to kind of shield some of that laser light. Now, I want to show you that it does come with some little wooden plaques here, so I think those are meant to be lasered on. And then we also have these little L brackets there, so that's actually for bolting this down to a piece of wood or a platform, I think. I'm not sure if you have to have that. I'm actually hoping that maybe my table's flat enough and hopefully it won't wiggle around, but I'm going to try it without it first. But you do get that and some of these other accessories. It does come with the power brick here. If I know my plugs, there is a power port right there, so it's going to go in there. And then you can see the USB port right there, and we get this USB cable, which looks just like a printer cable, and this is going to be how we hook it up to our computer. So we're also going to need to download the design software for it, but then that will plug right in here. And now I want to open this up and put the laser on. It's going to attach right here. It looks like it actually attaches pretty easily. And then we have this cable with a little plug as well as this little additional connector. So let's get this sucker on. So here is the laser module itself, and the laser will shoot right out of there. And you can see the little bracket that will slide onto the mount right here, just on like that. And now to hold this in place, the screw that it comes with, we are going to put it one of these holes and screw it through. And basically the screw is just going to clamp it at the right height here. So this little bar that it comes with, I think, is the spacer. So you kind of put that down on the flat surface there, raise this up, use that to hold it up into position here, and then just tighten this down. Now, I think you'll do a little calibration when you put something underneath it, wood, leather, so that you can just make sure that the laser is focused on there, and then you might have to do a little adjustment here, but I'm just going to kind of lock it in there first. Now we're going to take this plug right here, which kind of looks like any tiny little plug, and you can see we have a port right here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in right there. And then this little piece right here has to go under this screw. So it does come with this little tiny Allen key, so I'm just going to back that out a little bit here. Then slide this under the screw just like that and tighten it down. I tell you what, dude, I'm bugging a little bit because this is like the most technical thing I've ever put together, and I feel like it's a laser. I feel like I'm working on the Manhattan Project here. Now, the next thing you need to do is get some software that's going to control the laser engraver. So you're going to need something that's going to load the images or designs that you want to engrave. And I found this one. It's called LaserGRBL, I guess. And it's a free piece of software that works on Windows, and I downloaded this because it was free. There are some that are 20 or 30 bucks, but since I was going to just be doing pretty basic stuff here, I just thought I would use what was readily available, and it seemed to work pretty well. So once you download it and install it, all you have to do is kind of navigate to the file line and then open up the image that you are trying to load. So in my case, I thought I would play around with the Peter Von Panda logo. Now you can change a number of the settings and kind of pick different effects for your design. So I actually just went with all of the default effects and I selected 50 by 45 millimeters, so it would be pretty small. Now I will say that the representation on the screen is pretty close to what it engraves, and so that's going to be a pretty good preview, so you can kind of tweak around and get a pretty good idea of what it's going to burn. And then I thought I would run a test on a little piece of wood. If you click on this little frame button at the very bottom here, what it will do is it will use the laser in a very low output mode, I think, to draw a square around the area that it is going to engrave on. So it's a nice way to kind of just make sure that you are lined up. So as you can see, my little wood panel needs to be moved just a little bit so that the burning and the engraving will actually be on the wood itself and not necessarily on my table. So once I recenter my wood, then you actually just go up to the menu and send to the machine, and all of a sudden it comes to life and starts engraving. And now you want to make sure you have your iPro on. I didn't have the guard on for this, just to shoot it so that you could see what it looks like. I put the guard on after this test run here. It does smell like burning wood. It smells a little bit like a campfire as it's doing it, and it's a little bit slow, so I time-lapse the engraving process, but it looks pretty good and you can absolutely watch it progress as it's doing it. Now, I will say that the bigger the image and maybe the more detail and the more passes you have within each line, I think is going to either slow it down or speed it up. You know, if you're engraving on a really soft material, it might go really quickly, but if you're engraving on something like a metal plate or something like that, you actually might need it to make lots of passes so that it can actually get through the layers of metal. Okay, it's done. I can still hear the fan venting off the heat here, but oh my goodness! Look at that! How awesome is that? Now, I will tell you, it looks like the representation on my screen here on my PC, and that is exactly what it generated. So I think I can play with the settings here, you know, how dense I make the laser cuts, how many passes per millimeter. It seemed like there were enough of those things in the settings, and you definitely kind of use that little tracking of the outline to center it. I just kind of made sure that this was in there and generally centered by eye, but you can see here how the circle is pretty centered. I probably just need to move that a little bit, and I could smell it burning a little bit as it was printing that, but that is awesome, dude. I love it. So I kind of want to try it on leather now and maybe just tweak this a little bit, see if I can make it a little sharper too. So I'm going to try it one more time. All right, so I tweaked the file just a little bit. You can see the lines are a little tighter. I upped the setting from 3 lines per millimeter to 6 lines per millimeter, so I think that's going to make it a little fuller. And I have grabbed one of my leather pad folios that I like taking notes with here, and I've just kind of laid the whole contraption on top of it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the frame button here to see where it's going to be etching this. And you can see that little dot tracing it out. I'm just going to make sure that we don't go off of the folder. And it doesn't look like we do. So protective laser glasses on, and I'm gonna go ahead and up here and send to machine. And we are off to the races one more time. Sweet. Right, so it appears to be done here, still cooling off, and dude, there is the laser engraving into the leather. Now, I will say it doesn't have that campfire smell that you get when you're engraving into wood, but man, that is awesome. I kind of don't want to touch it. I feel like it might be hot, but I should have probably centered it just a little bit better, but how awesome is that? to put your logo, a personalization, something like that on a portfolio like this. I mean, honestly, something like this could be the start to a very nice little Etsy business, a little side hustle, engraving stuff. Obviously wood and leather, how awesome is that? So I'm gonna put one more on my other Padfolio, and I'm gonna center it a little better this time. But man, this thing is amazing. If you wanna pick this up because you want to laser etch anything you want, I mean, I'm gonna do it on my arm now. Just kidding, don't do that. But man, this thing is easy to use, free software. I'm using a PC here, just connected to this little bad boy, and man, the options are endless. So if you want to pick up this Aufero Laser Engraver, I will put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever, thanks to Peter Von Panda.